What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today is the day we are loading up to finally hit the road for Fort Myers, Florida for Eurotripper 11 with the 64 Beetle. And as you can see, the trailer's out here, and as you can also see, the front end is apart. The hard thumping and rotational noise we heard last driven was not the rear end and the axles. It was the fact that the front wheel bearings on the passenger side had completely come out of their seat, and there was like 4 of the 8 bearings still in their place. So it's like 5 p.m. right now. We're hitting the road at like 3 a.m. or something like that for the 12-hour haul down to Fort Myers. So we don't have time. No one stocks these wheel bearings, at least in this area. So what Corey's been doing is
pulled the set off the auto union and
yeah.
hope that those bearings are okay.
So if you guys don't know, the 1960 Auto Union 1000 SP is going over a 1959 pan, a 1959 Volkswagen Beetle chassis, just like the 700 here. 700 is on a late model pan. That's on a ball joint IRS pan. But the 1000 SP here is sitting over a 59 pan. And so what we did is we came over here. Look at that. So I haven't had a drum off of this pan since I picked it up from my buddy Kyle out in South Carolina, and have already shortened it to the wheelbase of the Auto Union and put new floor pans in it and been doing a whole bunch of work. The EvaResto spring plates are in, the drop plates, but what I haven't done is pulled the drums yet. So the second we saw that those front wheel bearings were falling apart, Corey came in here and pulled the drum, and it looks like the whole drum and wheel bearings, seat and race and all that, are in much better shape than a 64 Beetle. So we're putting that in hopes that's the last hurdle we need to jump over before we can finally put this thing on the trailer and pack. It wasn't going on right, and then suddenly it just went on, and now it feels great. So like, what? So now we're hoping this stays feeling great and reassemble. Maybe we'll take it for a quick drive, or maybe we just put it on the trailer and just go to Florida. Maybe we just do that. All right, guys, we are loaded up. Just about ran Corey off the trailer, pulling it on. But when I knew the front wheels were on the ramps, I just went for it. So we're on, and this is your monthly reminder to tidy up your strap excess. Just go buy these little bungee straps, these little ball bungee cords, and just tidy up your slack. Don't shut it in the trunk. Don't shut it in the hood. Don't shut it in your door. Just get these things. Tidy it up. Looks great. Trailer looks nice and tidy. You don't have straps flying in the wind. It's been a task. If you guys have seen the last few episodes, this has been a total marathon trying to get the truck ready, getting the Beetle ready. I mean, we had the front end apart on the Beetle literally 30 minutes ago, pulling parts off the 59 pan under the 1000 SP to put it in this. We just took it for one last test drive after we got the 59 drum in. We didn't film any of it. We're just trying to get this done before dark. We leave at like 3 a.m. for Fort Myers, Florida. And it feels great. The car feels amazing. That was totally the issue. Ball bearings are important, and half those ball bearings were just hanging out in the drum, rolling around. So we are loaded up. We are finally ready to hit the road. I think we're losing the starter, or we've got a starter solenoid issue. It's not starting well. I charged the battery and it's still not starting well. It's starting off of voltage boost, so might be the signs that the starter's going, I don't know. But we're on the trailer, we're going to Florida. We'll figure it out from there. All right, guys, first stop, we are at Buc-ee's in Calhoun, Georgia. Now, it needs to be said, first of all, how good the OBS is. But second, if you remember the last episode, plus 2 episodes, we've been at war with this truck with oil leaks, fuel leaks, coolant leaks. We're an hour and a half drive in at 75, 80 miles an hour at full boost in that engine case, and there's not a drop of oil or fuel anywhere under this truck. We're still at oil level, and the whole top of the engine's dry. I can't believe it. This thing looks so good. I'm so glad we got this thing rolling well. What a nightmare the last couple of days were, just trying to get things ready. It's cold. It's literally like 32 degrees out. All right, let's get it. We got some breakfast sandwiches. We're ready to go. Coffee. Bring on that Florida sunshine and heat, please. All right, guys, we are in South Georgia, just about to Valdosta. The truck is just killing it. I seriously don't want to say that too loudly yet. What? What do we got?
A beaver tail.
A beaver tail? Oh. Underneath, oh my goodness, not a single spot. I almost can't believe it. All right, guys, well, we made it to Fort Myers, Florida. The truck, seriously, this thing drove like a brand new truck. Every thumbs up we got on the drive down here. I didn't know if it was for the Beetle or for the clean factory looking OBS. But we made it. It turned into like a 15-hour day. Long day, left at 3 o'clock, 3:30 in the morning, something like that. It's just about to be dark, so we just have the last bit of daylight left to unload the Beetle. And not sure if the starter is gonna play ball with us or not. Before we loaded this thing, the starter decided to give out. So I haven't even tried to start it yet. So we'll see if this thing's going to be kind of a nightmare this week. We don't know. Man, it's so good to be back here in Fort Myers, Florida. We're here with Paul. Paul's over here hanging out with us. He's the one who puts Euro Tripper on. This is year 11 of Euro Tripper down here in Fort Myers. We're gonna get unloaded. We're staying on a farm. We're staying in a camper on a farm about 20 minutes from here. So it's gonna be dark by the time we get there, but apparently there's a bunch of free roaming animals everywhere. So I'm sure we'll get some clips for you guys to show you the environment we're staying in this year. All right.
That's tight, straight. Oh my god, that was tight. Woo. That worked perfect. Oh, it's tight coming off.
Oh, good. Half the time I'm alone and I just go for it.
Yeah,
We're on the ground and it started.
excited to be in Florida.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
We're staying on this farm in North Fort Myers, and we've got the local greeting us. Hi, buddy. Hi, bud. Good morning. Good morning. Hi. What are you doing? Hi. Good morning. Oh, you big buddy. What are you doing, bud?
So many seeds in
Huh?
your hair.
Hi, buddy.
They probably take care of you all
Oh,
the time.
yeah.
Because you'd be way worse if they did.
Oh, great.
Skeptical. The ship are always skeptical.
And we got guys, rebels outside of the fence. What are you doing? That guy.
Oh God. Blech.
My old farm truck back on a farm, living its best life. With this other Aeronose farm truck, living its best life. And the ducks coming to greet Kayla. We're staying just north of Fort Myers in Buckingham, Florida, and we're staying in this really cool little camper on a free-range farm. We've already been out hanging out with the goats, the chickens, the ducks, the pigs. The Aeronose is at home, back on a farm. There's another Aeronose right over here, sitting under the trees. Good farm truck, doing farm truck stuff. Except we're not hauling a horse trailer anywhere today, I don't think.
I got fishies, guys.
All right, so we got breakfast, we got Cuban food, and we got coffee. And we're at the showgrounds now. All right, so we're out at the showground. As you can see, not a lot going on yet. Stage is set up. Vendors are gonna be setting up tonight. We're here with my buddy Christian's Mark IV wagon. He just rebuilt these BBS LMs for the show. Car looks so good with the body kit, the LMs, on air. But for right now, what we're doing on the Beetle is getting some stickers on it because I didn't even have the time to go through stickers and put anything on the Beetle. So shout out to my friend Phil Can from Can's Customs for cutting me the vinyl. He's been cutting vinyl for me for years, way back in the Governor's Club days, all the way through now. Basically, I got the EvaResto and Ludwick's Garage cut out of a chrome vinyl because I figured they'd match well with the wheel covers, hubcaps, and just the trimmer on the car. So we got some EvaResto ones and some new vintage font Ludwick's Garage ones. This is the first time I've used that vintage font from my father's old shirts. So this is actually like vectorized from the 1980s shop shirts my dad made, which I think is really, really cool. I think what we're gonna do now is, as long as I have in my roadside toolkit the right size Allens, we might lower it down a little bit. If we can bring the front down a little bit and the rear down a little bit and keep this rake, I think we'll be in good shape, just a little bit closer to the ground. All right, so we just brought the front down a little bit. Won't really know how far exactly until we drive it, so we're gonna putt around the grounds here, go by the stadium maybe. Brought the rear down a smidge too, so hopefully we don't have any axle bind noise reappear in this thing because we'd kind of gotten it to a height where it was happy and it wasn't binding up. So bringing it down just a little bit more, hopefully we're still on the backside of that threshold of the axles not being happy. All right, old girl, let's go. I like it. I like it. More of that this weekend, please. So we're cruising around the JetBlue Stadium right now, and this is where the Boston Red Sox baseball team practices in the winter. Since in Boston, it's snow and cold, down here in Fort Myers, Florida, it's nice and warm. So actually spring practice or training season starts next week after the show. But it's a beautiful area, and we wanted to drive the car since I lowered it a little bit more, and luckily up to speed, it seems like the axles and fulcrum plates are still happy, which is great because we brought the car down a little bit more, the front and the rear. Well, a successful rip around the stadium in the Beetle at the new ride height. I think the noise that we heard in the last few episodes as we were trying to figure out where the axles were happiest was the front end. All right, guys, well, that's going to do it for this episode. We made it to Fort Myers, Florida for Eurotripper 11. Unbelievable marathon, getting everything ready in time. Huge thanks to Corey for all of the massive help in the shop, helping me get the truck ready and the Beetle ready for this trip. 15 hours or so straight. To this moment, the truck is not leaking a single drop of oil, but let's not say that too loudly. Let's just whisper it, because after Eurotripper this weekend, we're heading on to Miami from here to pick something else up. So more on that in the next upcoming episodes. I swear I'm not deliberately trying to overwhelm myself with projects. We have the Auto Union 1000 SP to blitz in the next couple of months to get ready for Alpine Volks Fair in Helen, Georgia. So for now, thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. If you haven't yet, please hit the subscribe button. It's helping the channel grow in a massive way. This is so much work. I'm gonna be up all night yet again tonight editing this episode, but the Beetle is here. Tomorrow is Eurotripper. That'll be the next episode. Join us in the next episode for everything we see here at Eurotripper at JetBlue Stadium in Fort Myers, Florida. So that's gonna do it for this episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next episode.